Hey, welcome back. In this video, you will learn how you can work with pipelines in Fabric and extract the source data. Copying the data from source to target is a fundamental pattern in pipelines, right? So this video, we'll see how we can first create a pipeline which will extract the data from a single table, and then we will see another pipeline which will demonstrate a more advanced method using a lookup activity. So we'll cover both the topics and the concepts on how they would help us to extract the data. But first, let's understand this scenario. So consider it in the same way how your restaurant right now is thriving, right? But now to keep every dish on the menu available, you have to master how you can bring the ingredients from different vendors into your kitchen efficiently. Sometimes you just need one product, while other times you might want a batch of different items all at once. So let's first look at single object copy pipeline, where what it would do is, let's say you decided to order just a specific batch of tomatoes from your supplier, and what you want is you just want it straight for you have a straightforward request, just send me this one delivery of tomatoes. So one single table which will be moved from your source to your destination here. So what we'll do is we will create a new pipeline. So for that, we will navigate to the landing page. We will choose data pipeline from here, and we can name this one as single object copy and click create. And once you create this, now we will be setting up the copy data activity. So once your pipeline is created, you will land on the pipeline page, where if you click on this copy data assistance, this will start the process, and you will notice that there are a variety of available data sources listed for data extraction. For the demonstration of this video, we will be selecting an Excel file from our system, and we will click on new connection. We will put up the required credentials here, select the sales.customer, and click next. Now we also have to choose the destination. So switching to the One Lake Data Hub tab located at the top of this window, you have to choose your bronze Lakehouse, which we have created in the earlier videos. So for that, you can change the table name to sales underscore customers. Just review the other settings once so that you familiarize yourself and ensure that everything is up to date, and then click on next. On the next screen, you will be presented with the pipeline summary. And in this summary page, you just have to ensure that you do not click or just uncheck the start data transfer immediately. Once that is done and you hit OK, you will be returned to the canvas where the copy data activity is visible. Select it and rename this one as single object copy. Just select the source tab so that you can review the pre-populated configurations that were set using the copy data tool. And then on the destination tab, review the settings there as well. Just for the consistency, please ensure that this table name is in the lowercase. You can also expand the advanced section here and review what are the options in the table action. So you will always be getting these two options, where you could either append the data always or you can override the data. These are like critically very important depending on your set of project requirements. But once you have reviewed everything, you can return to Home tab and click the Validate button. If the steps were done correctly, you will see no errors and you can safely close the pipeline validation output. There you go. Now the final step would be, once your pipeline is validated, you have to click Run from the activity bar here and select Save and Run. The output of this pipeline will automatically display, allowing you to track the execution in real time. So you can also click on the activity name to launch the copy data details blade, where also you can monitor the progress accordingly. Once this pipeline is set up and completed, you can navigate back to your Lakehouse and you should be able to see the newly created sales customer table available in your Lakehouse. So that's how you set up the single object copy pipeline. Now let's take a quick look and review at dynamic objects copy pipeline and understand some of its concepts. Now, some days you might need a variety of ingredients and some days you just need, a single specific set. So instead of writing separate orders for all of these variety, you just create one dynamic shopping list which will be basically a lookup activity that will gather the list of all the tables you would need from the supplier, right? So that's what dynamic object copy pipeline would do. So just to set that up, again, you all you have to do is you can click on the data pipeline, just create a new pipeline with the same name, and here we can start with the blank canvas where we have the ability to look up. So once you click on lookup here, you can provide an appropriate name here for the lookup table and schema. And on the settings, let's say if in your case the data is Azure SQL from where or ADLS from where you are fetching the data, you can write a custom query which will be more beneficial in your case, or you can of course always use a table. But in this scenario which I'm explaining, let's say if you have a query with a select statement and a inner join, you can write that query. Just ensure that you uncheck the first row only and your lookup activity will be created here. Now let's see how you can set up the for each loop. So once you open the activities tab here, add a for each activity to the pipeline canvas here, and from the green check mark on the lookup activity, drag the green check mark to for each. So this will establish a connection between these two. Now, once you select the for each activity and rename it to extraction loop, go to settings tab for the for each activity, click inside the items box and select add dynamic content to specify the items that will be looped through it, right? We have to select the lookup table and schema value array from the list of activities and output to populate the field. Then we can click on OK. This one right here. So this will look up the table and schema value. Now let's see how we can configure the copy data activity. So once the for each activity is configured, click this pencil icon to edit the loop's contents, and in the activities, add a copy data activity to the canvas inside the loop. So you can select the copy data and rename it to dynamic object. In the source tab, set the connection to connect. In the source tab, set the connection to the connection which we have created earlier and check the enter manually box for the table query. Again, in the schema, you can again click on add dynamic content and then select extraction loop from the for each iterator. Specify the schema name from the lookup activity, confirming the expression reads item.schema name, and then you can click on OK. Now, once this is done, we also have to set up our destination, right? In our case, we will be setting up our destination as the bronze lake house which we created. So once you navigate to the destination tab, select the lake house which we have created earlier. In the table name feed, click on add dynamic content to specify your bronze lake house. As the destination, ensure that the expression reads the items.stage table, right? And once you open the advanced menu, change the table action to override. Once all of this is done, just return to the home tab and of the pipeline and click validate to ensure that there are no errors in this setup. And once this validation is complete, hit run from the activity bar to execute the pipeline. You can monitor the pipeline again from the output tab where you will notice multiple copy activities running simultaneously. In order to confirm the results, after the pipeline run is completed, you can always navigate back to your lakehouse to confirm that the delta tables have been created. If the tables aren't immediately visible, just refresh your browser or just right click on this table and select refresh, and you should be able to see the required tables. So that's how you can set up the pipeline and copy the data from source to destination. Hope you're able to understand this. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I would be happy to get back to you. Thank you.